On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, Blue 80, Blue 80. Check 45 somebody. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's 54, stop.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Ready, Blue 80. We want this. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready, black, hey, stop.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Ready, Blue 80. Come on, come back. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston. There goes a deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now it's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. The pitch goes to Freeman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. Wow, evasive.
Make them miss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. first update from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston now to throw on first down. His throw incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, Winston again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Ryan will throw again. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
40, right 25. Getting the mirrors back and go full strength.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brings up 3rd and 17.
A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a third down at 17 to go.
Hey, alert 3. General West.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Jameis now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And Winston lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Let's go, D. 45, 45.
Following the interception, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Flag. We'll do that. Flip. Green, triple team. Check. Check. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Coming to you. Wait. 45. Let's go.
Throwing, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Ready, 280, 280. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, bye-bye.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Next to score, Buccaneers 14, Dolphins 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go, go, go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunting there to get a hand in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jones has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready, blue 80, back 25. You can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Again, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, stop. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To throw is Winston. Caught by Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 40. Wait.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones.
Kill.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
5 on the 50. Green, triple team. I got you. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by Howard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check it out, Reed.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Check 1 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I'm trying to collect. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Here's Winston. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are. This is taken at his 4.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. Ryan now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Ryan. Open man, it's Stacker. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 12-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Ryan sliding out of the pocket, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage. Also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. First down, Winston. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Winston. Complete to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They come out here in the eye. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trey Madden, his first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel-downs should come very close to finish. Depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let me go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.